Mrs. Bricksie and I have been on mission home improvement. Recently we got this couch and we decided to get a new kitchen table as well that's going to better fit our living space. So I just took apart our farm style custom built table here. Pretty nice, actually really nice. It's got the wood top and that was screwed to the giant legs there, and there was the center beam that was connecting the legs on the bottom as well. Completely forgot to film a intro while the table was still intact. What I did was mark it all with green tape. So this is the arrow going out and that's number 1, and that matches up with the arrow going out there, and that's number 1. Then you have number 2 over there and number 2 right there. And then I put a piece of green tape down here and a piece of green tape on the beam right there. So then when the person who bought it goes to assemble it, got all the long screws for the tabletop and the shorter screws for the beam, and it's going to be fairly easy for them to put together because Jose managed to sell this table, the blue and white chair that we used to have here before the couch, and she managed to sell this as well. She is a selling machine, and she sold like so much like baby gear and baby toys and everything you could ever imagine. She's just been hustling like crazy. That's something that's so cool about this day and age, is you can literally sell anything on the internet. You can sell it locally, you can ship it. So literally the way you can look at it for any piece of furniture or anything in your life is all you're doing is you're paying to rent it because it sort of retains value. For example, we bought this on Facebook from somebody. Like we bought this little ice cream cart. They got their value out of it, and then they sold it to us. We got it for a discounted price. And you know what we're going to do when the kids are done with it? Although it looks like our kids broke it. I never knew that, but we're going to sell that. So it's almost like you're just renting it for a short period of time and then you're going to sell it. If you just continually buy and sell things on local classifieds, you can almost like just rent this stuff for free for a short period of time. And we've done that with so many of the things that we've had for our children. It's insane. You buy a used item for a discounted price, you sell it for the same price a year or 2 later. It is amazing, and only can you do that in this day and age. Pretty neat. The last thing I need to get is a new TV. Now, I know a lot of people are saying that I should just bring the studio TV over here. The studio TV was given to me by Sting's Bricks, and I appreciate it. It is nice. One day I want to get that back up and operational at the studio. That is the goal. One day I want to have that there, so when we're building, we can turn on Disney Plus or hockey or whatever it may be, right? Also, it's a good TV. Like, it's perfect for over there, but it's just got like this one sort of like brownish streak that's like only noticeable in like bright scenes. It's like, you know, like we can keep it over there, but
you're a TV snob.
I may as well. Yeah, she just called me a TV snob. Okay, well, I'd rather get something that's like the perfect size, exactly what we want for here. Get rid of this, bring it down so it's, you know, just above the fireplace. This thing doesn't emit a lot of heat and we don't use it very often. Because my theory is, why have the fireplace running? Because what that does is it technically makes the rest of the house cold. You know how it does that? It heats up this room and the thermostat is right here. So the thermostat thinks, oh, it's 22 degrees in the house. We don't need to run the furnace. And then what happens? Upstairs, it's freezing. So that's why we don't run that with the heat on very often. And it actually does have a setting where it just is like there for aesthetic. So that's mainly why it's there. So you can hang that TV quite low. So it's like sort of at eye level, sort of the way I like things. But today in this video, we're going to go to IKEA because when this couch is gone, we want to put a new cabinet here from IKEA. And that is going to host all of these kids' toys and start to clean up this area because we don't like having these bins on the ground. They may as well be stowed away somewhere. Recently, we moved a bunch of stuff downstairs If you saw a different vlog, we moved a cabinet out of here, and that used to have the kids' toys on it. So now the kids' toys are just on the ground. And then we also want to make one more change to the office. But more on that tomorrow. I want to watch the Oilers game. How do I look, everybody? I'm exhausted. I am exhausted. But the kids made it out of the house this morning. The table is on its way, so they're going to deliver that, which is good. It's snowing like crazy outside right now. And I'm actually preparing for some more changes that we're going to be making to the office here. We've been talking about improving the storage. So we've got like this little cabinet right here, and then this other cabinet, and it's just like full of stuff. So I am going through the overwhelming task of emptying this cabinet, getting rid of everything that we don't need, emptying this cabinet, getting rid of everything that we don't need. And then we're going to move these downstairs and put a new cabinet right here. The thing is, though, that new cabinet is going to be this cabinet. So it's not a new cabinet. This actually used to host my Lego parts way back in the day. And then we used it as a shoe rack here in the garage, and I'm sick of using it as a shoe rack because it doesn't do a good job of organizing the 50 million pairs of shoes that Jose has. I mean, all the shoes that we have. So we're gonna put this in the office after we remove all the shoes and clean it up, and then we're going to get an actual legit shoe rack. They're like $50 off Amazon, and they can hold up to 70 pairs of shoes, and each pair of shoes will have its own individual slot. But this thing is like filthy, so I have to clear this as well, clean it up, haul it inside, and then we'll have more storage space for like file folders and all that, and a better spot for our shoes. We were just gonna buy another one of these originally, and then I got thinking to myself, it's like, well, wait a minute, our shoe rack is exactly what we need. So why don't we just use that and buy a new shoe rack? Do you love our new mess? I bet you do. Just threw everything on like the stairs, on the cat box. Just finishing up the final clean of the cabinet there. I actually think this cabinet's gonna look really good there. I vacuumed it and cleaned it up in the garage. Now she's just doing the final clean. But look at that, it's good as new. This is in the old Lego room. The old Lego parts on there, and there you go, now it's in the office. So working on tidying all this stuff too, or tidying up all this stuff too, and then we're gonna reload it all onto the cabinet, and as we reload it, we'll determine what needs to go to the studio, what needs to be thrown out, what needs to go to Goodwill and donated, etc. You see, we had the two cabinets in here. There was the smaller one there that was only 2 units tall, so we're doubling the amount of cubbies that we have. And because we're doing that, we were able to get rid of the unit that was right here. You can see the outline on the carpet. And that cabinet was cool, but it really constricted the space in this area. When you plop 2 chairs down, it got pretty claustrophobic in here. So I think by increasing the size of the one cabinet and eliminating the other one, it's going to make it a lot more welcoming. Now I got to be careful where I film down here because there's usually embargoed products. They're hidden, you can't see them. Those ones aren't embargoed, but I'm working on building and reviewing those ones right now. And we move those 2 cabinets down here. It's sort of weird. This one just looks so out of place. I don't know what to do with that one. Maybe we'll sell it. I don't know, it's sort of nice, but maybe we'll sell it, I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. Because ideally we'd like to have this one centered, and then we're actually gonna transfer these drawers and these little slots and shelves upstairs to the brown cabinet. I know it'll look out of place because they're white, but if you put them on the bottom and you fill them full of paperwork, you hardly notice. So I'll probably move that stuff up there, and then we're gonna put the kids' toys in there. Like get these bins up off the ground and file them away in there, and then we're going to put our winter village on top there. But this one I really don't know what to do with. Maybe I can fill it full of embargoed products. There you go. Now the kids are down here, and we have a tremendous amount of storage. It is ridiculous. Like it's ridiculous. It looks ugly. It's full of like these, well, we have like these PAX units, which are full of kids' toys and board games and workout gear and pillows and whatever it may be and crafting supplies, but we're just using them as storage. But as I mentioned, we want to go to IKEA today. And when we go to IKEA, we want to see if we can get some doors for these units. Hopefully they're not too expensive, but it would be nice to put doors on there because right when you come down, you're like, what is that? Oh my gosh, that's so bad. It would be nice to put some doors on the storage units. But yeah, that's where the two cabinets ended up. Okay, but yo, this is game changing. Like, that's what we've condensed everything to. What? We got rid of that disgusting cabinet, cleared that space, have more room for storage, put the printer up there, got rid of some unnecessary stuff. Incredible. Like, that is night and day. And now we have like a minimalist desk. This has been reduced into sort of minimalist. Once that shoe rack arrives from Amazon, the garage is going to be incredible. Throw out some or donate some pairs of shoes, and I love doing things like this. Just making these like subtle changes in the house, you know, like moving a shelf from the garage into here, bringing 2 shelves downstairs, getting a new shoe rack, and cleaning things up is just my favorite thing in the world. Ugh. It is amazing. I love it. I could look at this all day. I could look at my sweater all day too. Today's a pretty exciting day because we're actually going to the massive toy blowout. I know there's been a lot of people saying, where's the next Lego City update? Where's the next Lego City update? You need to place the Tudor corner. Where's the Tudor corner? Why isn't it in the city yet? I do understand that I am doing some reviews on the channel. And I am going to the massive toy blowout and doing a video on that. But you gotta remember, I've always done this stuff on the channel and I only like to release 1 video a day for the most part, just because it allows me to get ahead and I think it's easier to digest as a viewer. But the Lego City update of placing the Tudor corner is coming out on Saturday. It's just the way the things have lined up in the schedule. So I was doing some research on the IKEA website. The doors for the PAX units, oh my gosh. You need 2 doors per PAX unit, $80 each plus the handle hardware. Like $90 each per door. We need 6 doors, nearly $600 just to put doors on the bloody PAX units. I think for now, when we go to IKEA, we're just going to get the 1 set for the unit right when you come down the stairs because I hate looking at that stuff, but it's just, we just need that storage for all these kids' toys. They grow out of them so quickly, and it's just like a storage unit that we store them away on until we flip them online, and we just need a temporary storage spot, so it's like a cycle spot where we're buying and selling toys online for the kids because they grow out of them so quick. And you know, when I was whatever in my 20s, I always thought to myself, when I have kids, they're going to have like 1 or 2 toys and that's it. I don't want to have a clutter or a house full of clutter and a house full of toys. I don't want that. But then you realize that these kids, they need that. They go 1,000,000 miles a minute and they need a lot of toys. They need a variety of toys. Like, it's something that keeps them distracted, something that keeps them busy, and something that keeps you sane. We are at the big yellow and blue store, IKEA. When in doubt, go to IKEA. They're gonna have what you need. Maybe. We should get chairs like that, Jose. Look at those bad boys. Wow, slick. Jose thinks she knows the hot route through this zone, or through this place. That's gonna bring us to the furniture we wanna look at. Now we know what furniture we want, but we wanna look at the color, just to make sure it matches up with that new table. Looks like Jose wants to get herself a new toilet. Doesn't look the right size for you. Shouldn't we be at like Home Depot or something? What We actually are planning on potty training our kids over the Christmas break because they're not going to be in daycare for like 2 weeks or something like that. And from what I've heard, from what we've learned, it's good to like just focus 1000% on that for like 2 weeks straight in like an isolated environment. And that's all we're going to do for 2 weeks. Just teach them how to use a potty. It's going to be so exciting. Wow. I can't wait. Because we're going to have the time of our life looking at PAX unit doors. Wow. So exciting. I'm going to make sure I don't buy the really tall ones, eh? But apparently if they have a second tag on them, they come in the shorter size, the 200 centimeter size. So we got to get the Grimo. That's what we're going to get. 2 Grimos. Jose, this is what we need. 2 Grimos. How do you put the hardware on the door? I don't see any holes for the hardware. But that's what we need, look. See? 50 by 195. Bam. Take a picture of that. Who do we think we are? Walking the wrong direction. Pfft. This is a One Direction store. We're going the wrong way. Now that is a deal. Hey? $59.99 for the cabinets that I've got a million of underneath the parts? Wow. Dude, all these like tables and stuff are on sale. Like look at the legs, 20% off. The tables, they're on sale. I just remembered that I need to grab another one of these, I think, for upstairs. So I'm probably gonna do that, along with 4 legs. Because you can't have a table without legs. That makes no sense. That makes it not a table. Well, holy calyx, Batman. You gotta choose a color. This one? Ooh, or this one? Ooh, I don't know. Really don't know, but these are the exact units that we need, but we're gonna put them on their side. Yeah. To put legs on the bottom of it, it would make it too tall. It'd come over top of the couch, which would look weird. So, I've got to decide. I'm thinking green. Let's go with green, Jose. It's my favorite color right there, like a dark green. Oof, that's clean. What's up with this one? It's all staggered. Look at that. Who came up with that? What color are you thinking seriously, though? We'll have to make a decision. Holy smokes. Look at that deal. 201 pieces for $7.49. What's in there, though? Okay, I'm getting distracted. And there's a monkey. But we've got to get going because we got to pick up the kids, Jose. But look at that. Oh, no. That's not on sale, I don't think. I already have, it is. Look at that deal. I already have way too many of these, but it's a good deal. Wow, I paid way more than that. Either that's a really good deal or somebody's just going around with a red Sharpie and really messing with me. Look at this insane like studio light. You could have overhead lighting. That's wild. $200. Look at that. Put that in the studio too. Give it a space vibe. I've never really looked at all the different light fixtures, but remember we have that chandelier going over top of our dinner table now? I wouldn't mind upgrading that chandelier one time. At some point, I don't know when, but at some point. It'll be up to Jose, but personally I'm leaning toward this one. Riding with a couple Grimos! I think that's my new favorite IKEA furniture name. Grimo! Found Mrs. Bricksie. Woo! Another successful IKEA trip. How much better does that look? The doors make a huge difference. Like that's so much better. I couldn't stand looking at all the stuff in that cabinet. Oh my gosh. A little goes a long way, doesn't it? Now in regards to the handles, unfortunately you need to drill to install the handles. And I'm just not willing to do that right now. And honestly, I know the kids will just pull on those handles and open the doors anyway. So for how easy it is to open them from like the top for us or from the bottom, we're just not going to put handles on it for now. So I need to go get 4 more doors if I want to do those other PAX units. But for now, we're just going to leave them because those ones, you don't see them too often tucked away in the corner over there. Decided to set up a little display over here as well. Got the silly heads, that Disney picture, Mario and Emmett, bunch of Disney plush, beside Buzz Lightyear, our pop vinyl collection. And then we've got some Star Wars stuff on the top there, like the Stormtrooper helmet Grogu, and also the R2-D2, astromech droid that I built while I was in Disneyland. So that was pretty cool. And eventually, once we get around to it, our winter village is going to go there. We've got some other important stuff that we need to take care of, but we'll do it eventually. And I think those the bins full of the toys look pretty good in there too. We just got to maybe get matching bins, but that's a detail I'm not too worried about. But once the winter village is there, it'll look pretty neat. I think we'll actually just leave these drawers down here. So maybe the kids can use these drawers eventually for putting all their goodies inside. And we got our little review station. So slowly but surely, we're making some improvements to the basement here. Also, the shoe rack from Amazon arrived and we built it. And doesn't that look way better? I can't believe it. Only $50 from Amazon. Of course, you can spend hundreds of dollars on a shoe rack, and this one is, not very good, but it gets the job done. Now each pair of shoes has its own slot. Yeah, revolutionary. Do I need 4 pairs of dress shoes? Probably not, but you can see all my shoes on the right side there, and my rollerblades up top, and some shoe shining and cleaning and spikes and stuff in the box. And then we got all Mrs. Brixie's shoes on the left. And she made some tough decisions. She actually got rid of an entire box of shoes. Just things that no longer fit, they're worn out, or she doesn't wear anymore because she used to work an office job and she'd have to wear all these fancy shoes, but she no longer does. So I guess get rid of them, right? It's hard to do, but if you don't wear them, why have them? And now we're going to try and keep our shoe collection, or just the shoes that we wear, consolidated, neat and tidy on this rack, which I'm pretty happy about. It looks so much better. Plus I cleaned up my toolkit, so pretty happy about that. Hey Luna, can you get off the box, please? Yeah, that's my box, not yours. So we did make one more purchase from IKEA. As you saw, we were looking at those Calyx units. But it turns out this is going to have to be featured on my other channel, Bricksie Returns. Just kidding. But we're going to return the hardware because I just don't feel like drilling holes. I'm sure it's really easy. Actually, I know it's really easy, but I just don't feel like doing it. And Luna, I want to show them the other return. So we were contemplating what color of Calyx unit to get, and we got the dark one because the light one was like 10 days out. So we were like, okay, well, let's try the dark one. I unboxed it here, we pulled out all the stuff, and I was like, well, you know what? It doesn't really match the kids' stools. It doesn't match the kids' kitchen. And it doesn't match the lamp. Doesn't match the couch. Doesn't match the floor. And it doesn't match our new table. Look at that. So we actually had 2 of those chairs before. So we got 2 more of those chairs. Luckily they still had them, and they match up with this new circular table, which is gorgeous. Look at that. Just beauty. Love it. Still got the tag hanging from it. But this is what this room is supposed to look like. It's a relatively small kitchen area, and of course the table is supposed to go underneath that lamp. We've had our table like over here. We had a table over here when we first moved, so this area has changed so much, but now it's actually set up how it's supposed to be, and we're really happy with the new table. It's nice. Just don't want to don't want the kids to make a giant mess on it, so we got these placemats. And we're going to store these away once we get a new cabinet, which we've got to get in about 10 days, I guess, when we return that one. And the goal with that cabinet is to put it here on the back side of the couch where Luna is now chilling. And we can stow away all the stuff in there. We can put the kids' toys away. Use it as storage. You can also use it when you're sitting on the couch It's just like drink storage and stuff like that or whatever, and put your drink on there. You know what I mean? And we also pulled the couch out another like 4 inches. So yeah, I think that opened up the room there a lot. It gives us a lot more space than the existing table. And once we get that cabinet installed, it'll be done. And also once we sell this couch or somebody comes picks it up on Saturday. Yeah, pretty awesome. But definitely that lighter color is going to match the other fixtures that we have here in the room. It'd be weird to throw a new color in. Also, it would match the kids' drawing board too. So yeah, the lighter color is the better choice. Doesn't it look cool though? I love this kitchen table. It is spectacular. Love the basement, love the garage, and I love the office. So there you go. That's what Mrs. Bricksie and I did with our abundant amount of spare time over the last 4 days. Love it. Thank you so much for being part of all these awesome changes. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for coming on by. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Farewell.